What's up guys, it's Raccoon back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about should you get the cheapest audio interface. For those of you who don't know, an audio interface, pretty much all it does is it converts the analog signal from a microphone like this one here, and then converts it into a USB signal to plug straight into your computer. Another thing an audio interface comes with is a 48 volt power switch, which allows you to boost cardioid condenser microphones which need 48 volt power to run. And this is a really popular reason why a lot of people buy audio interfaces as well. And so this is very useful for a simple setup like I have here, straight from the microphone into the interface and then straight into the computer. Also, there are some interfaces which are very expensive, which have an equalizer inbuilt so you can change different settings, or something like a Go XLR which has compressor as well. So there are a lot of different types of interfaces, but they pretty much all achieve the same thing, which is plugging your analog microphone, which is pretty much any XLR microphone, into a computer. So the cheapest audio interface you can buy that's actually a reputable brand is the Behringer Uphoria UM2 interface. You can pick one of these up for around 75 Australian dollars. Not exactly sure how much that is in American. The prices have fluctuated due to COVID-19, but they used to be about 63 Australian dollars, which is what I got mine for. So let's start off with some of the good things that I really like about this interface. It has a simple layout with the 3 gain controls at the top. It has the microphone gain, instrument gain, and the headphone gain. At the back you have plugins to put stereo studio monitors, and then at the front you have the plugin for your headphones, as well as the XLR port and the instrument port. And then you also have a button to turn on direct monitor, which pretty much allows you to listen to your voice with your headphones. And this is very useful for monitoring to make sure you're not clipping. So in general, the sound quality this interface produces is amazing for the price. It isn't something I would plug an instrument into and expect the most crisp sound ever, but for voice and talking on YouTube channels and stuff like that, or just recording voice in general, this is a really good interface. It's not something I would recommend for instruments, as I said, but if you are just doing instrument recording for fun and stuff, it won't make a difference. You won't really be able to hear the sound difference. There is a good comparison I've seen, and if I do find it again, I will link it in the description below, between this and a much more expensive interface for instrument usage. And the difference wasn't that noticeable, but it was noticeable, but that's just for instruments like guitars and pianos, which have a very delicate sound, while other instruments you won't notice as much. And anyway, if I wasn't given the comparison, I wouldn't be able to tell if it's recorded on a higher end interface or a lower end interface, so the average person wouldn't be able to tell anyway. So if you're looking to pick up one of these for a YouTube channel or just some fun hobby recording or something like that, this is a great interface and I'd really recommend it. But there is one shortcoming which isn't too big, especially if you don't take it around everywhere, but that is that it's fully made out of plastic and it's very light and cheap feeling. The knobs on the top, they're entirely made out of plastic, but they're actually really easy to take off. You just pull them off and you can put your own in there if you want, which is something I'm planning on doing eventually. And the rest of the body is made entirely out of plastic and it feels quite cheap in the hand, but it isn't something I would really care about too much. It still looks pretty good. It's just the knobs that look really cheap in my opinion, so it'll be nice to replace those out with something a little bit better, and then I reckon this is a great interface. So in conclusion, would I recommend this interface? So pretty much I would recommend it for pretty much anyone, as I already mentioned, as long as you're not doing professional recording. And of course, if you're watching this video, I doubt that you'd be looking for professional recording because it's the cheapest interface. If you're looking for something a bit better, for 100 Australian dollars you can get the Behringer Uphoria UM2, and that has the same inputs and outputs as this, but that has a much higher end preamp inside, which gives it a much better sound quality. Something like that I would recommend for instrument recording and stuff like that. But this for YouTube and just for streaming and stuff like that, like content creation, which uses voice, not really much instruments, then this is a great interface and I definitely recommend buying one. So hopefully this video helped you out making a decision if you want to buy this audio interface. If it did, drop a like on the video. If you didn't, drop a dislike on the video. And also, this whole entire video was recorded on the interface. And remember to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.